Can you know that, please?
Do you want me to throw it, or will you come for it?
I'll come for it. But I've got something to tell you.
I think I know what it is.
I bet you don't.
All right. If I don't, you can have your ball back. And if I do, you can stay here and help me. How's that?
All right, then. What is it?
You're going to have a new mam.
Hey, oh, did you know?
I read it in a teacup.
Did you?
Oh, no, lover, not all that clever. But your dad told me.
Oh, only a lady what used to have at school meals used to read Teacup. She was dead good.
Was she?
Yes, and Jennifer Laycock.
Listen, never mind what Jennifer Laycock says. I've got a lot of work to do, and you promised you'd help me if I won. Now, what would you like to do?
I'm not fussy.
Well, say you start by bringing the clothesline out while I finish sweeping up. It's on the draining board there.
Right. I'm on holiday for a week.
Yeah, I'm on holiday too. Only a couple of days, though.
Are you going away?
Oh, bless you, I'm not. I'm just having a good clean up. And I won't get that done if you stop here talking to me, will I?
Shall I hang your line up for you?
Oh, if you can manage. Look, there's a hook up by the window there.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you doing it from my bedroom. I can see all sorts from my bedroom.
Oh, can you?
Hey, you know that Mrs. Castle who backs on us?
Mm.
She has dead old-fashioned underwear and she hangs them on a line. She just doesn't care.
Oh, I don't think you'll care when you get her age.
Oh, do you?
Now, Lucille, that's a question one lady never asks another.
Oh, I didn't know. Do you like living on your own?
Yes, I do. And if you finish putting that line up, you can go and water the plants for me. You'll find a jug on the draining board there.
Well, I like doing that. Do you ever get lonely?
No.
I would. Hey, I forgot I said I'd go and help me Auntie Florrie and I'm late. Trot!
There you are. One for change, Mr. Tatlock.
Right, thank you.
I just get you your frozen spinach.
I'm very fond of a bit of spinach. It's just the thing for keeping the blood clear, they always tell me.
Ah, there's iron in it, you know.
Iron? Heck, I never knew I were eating iron. But like most folk, you know, I only eat things because I like 'em. I reckon a bit of what you fancy does you good, within reason, that is.
Oh, hello, Mr. Tatlock.
Well, if it isn't my favourite shop assistant. Good morning, Miss Hewitt. And how are you? Although looking at you, there's no need to ask.
I'm just fine, Mr. Tatlock. Have you been attended to or can I get you anything? Roast ham, fresh today, sweet as a nut.
Thank you very much, Miss Hewitt, but I've got all I require at the minute.
Well, come back when you want, Mr. T. You know our motto, we're here to please and you get service with a smile.
Well, I can't refuse a bit more service with a smile, can I? Right, I'll have a quarter of that ham. Oh, and while you're getting it, perhaps you'll tell us what you've got to look so merry and bright about.
Yeah, come on, love. You haven't come running in here like that just to say how do to me or to let Mr. Tatlock know what a good little helper I've got.
No, now, come on, love, out with it. Now, what's the great big secret?
That'll be 1 and 6pence, please.
1 and 6, right, yeah.
Come on now, you've had your fun. Mr. Tatlock can be in on the secret too.
All right, then. I'm going to have a new mam. Yes, a new mam. Isn't that smashing?
A new man?
Yes, it's Concepta Riley. My dad's going to marry her. Isn't that smashing, Mrs. Lindley, eh?
Well, that's very nice for you, Lucille. I'm very pleased to hear it.
You are glad too, aren't you, Mrs. Lindley?
Oh, yes, love. Yes, it's just wonderful.
You know, you're a very lucky little girl, Lucille.
And I won't
Hey, and go careful on them scales. Now, just calm down a bit. You'll have a mop floor or something.
And I won't have to go back to that rotten old orphanage anymore. I'll be able to stay at home with my dad and Concepta. She's nice to me, you know. Just like you've been, Mrs. Lindley.
You're a very lucky little girl, Lucille. It's not like having a home with a mum and dad of your own, is there, Mr. Tatlock?
Oh, you're right there, Mrs. Lindley. Well, I must be toddling along, and I'm very pleased to have heard your news. Ta-da, love.
Try, Mr. T.
Ta-da, Mrs. Lindley.
Have you got to do that?
What?
Bang every drawer in the house.
No.
For Pete's sake.
All right, keep it down, huh?
Look, mate, I'm not just reading this. I'm in the middle of my finals.
No.
Well, keep quiet, then.
Al. Can't expect me to stay upstairs all day, can you?
You don't see why not.
Oh, great. He's only broke his ankle, mate. Life happy for him.
Forget it. I'll get on with this when you lot have gone to bed. Heaven knows what I feel like in the morning, though.
can I talk, then?
If it's sense.
Just my luck and all. The stand was crowded with scouts. 3 second division, 2 first could have been my big chance. Anyway, it's a bad time at the moment, what with the clubs laying off all the players. Be a real glut on the market.
Have you got ambition?
In football, yeah.
Well, if you want to be another Jimmy Greaves, you better learn how to keep on your 2 big feet.
What do you mean keep on my feet? I was kicked.
Yeah, and if you behave on the field like you do here, I'm not surprised.
Hey, watch it. I'll go. Go practice. It's Marian.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I brought the book I promised you.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered. I could have picked it up in the morning.
He can't manage with them he's got.
Well, isn't it coming well?
Oh, so-so, you know. Sit down.
Okay.
Well, if you don't mind, I've got 1 or 2 things to do upstairs. A few odd jobs, like.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, ta-ra, then.
Bye-bye. You got him well trained.
Not so as you'd notice. I hope you didn't just come to bring the book.
Well, what do you think? Anyone else in?
No. Marian.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry, darling, but every time you say Marian like that, I know you're going to talk. It's just a waste of time.
Well, look, I've got to say this.
All right, then, say.
Look, I know you think I'm being stupid, and I know you don't want people to know about us, but... Well, surely that doesn't apply to my mother and father. Not now. They were shaking rigid when you told them you no intention of getting married.
Were they?
Well, what do you think? I mean, after all I'd told them, and God knows it was hard enough saying it, I mean... Well, if you're going to say things like that, they're going to wonder why we're...
Having a fling? Oh, I'm sorry, it was rather a silly phrase, wasn't it?
No, I suppose that's what it boils down to.
Darling, I'm sorry if I said the wrong thing.
Go on, tell me I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
I'm glad. You know, sometimes I think you really enjoy this hole-in-the-corner stuff. Oh, sorry.
Yes, so you should be. When will you get it into your head that I'm only interested in the present? A few weeks ago, we were just a couple of faces across a counter. In 10 years' time, there might not be a world to live in. But I am here now.
Best take half a dozen matches. And talking of matches, you'll know most about one that'll happen straight where folks don't expect.
I don't know what you mean, Mr.
Oh,
Sharp.
come on, don't come that on me.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Look, if you can see any green in there, tell me. I'll go along and test it straight away. I'm talking about Harry Hewitt and that there Concepta alley, and don't tell me you couldn't care less. And there's bound to be trouble, even if you have scratched his book, he might say.
Well, look, Mr. Sharples, I think we'd better all mind our own business, and that'll be 2 and 8pence altogether.
You know, if you'd had more going, you might have saved him from a mixed marriage. Oh, didn't I see you coming out of Dr. Graham's surgery the other week?
You might have.
Oh, you have him then, do you?
Yes, I do. Any objections?
No, I might have a bit of advice, but I doubt you'll take it.
Should turn milk sour, that one.
Don't take any notice of her.
How are you then? Don't grumble. As a matter of fact, I feel fine despite eating the Sharples.
Oh, that's good. It won't be long now.
Oh, no, D-Day's looming up all right. Poor old Ivan, he's getting as nervous as he was having it all by himself.
Is he? What can I get you now?
I've found that streaky, please.
Your mum come in this morning. She was dressed fit to kill. Is she going somewhere special?
Well, not more special than work that I know of.
Oh, good morning. I want you to take.
Oh, it's all right. You carry on. I'll look around and see if I've forgotten anything.
No, it's quite all right. We can wait.
Oh, well, I think that's all then.
Oh, I'll have to 1 and 8 then.
I'm off to buy something a bit more expensive than Ivan's breakfast. A pram.
Oh, they don't charge you the earth for it. It's an expensive business, balancing babies these days.
Oh, heck, I wanted some cornflakes. Oh, you carry on, though.
Thank you. You are Mrs. Lindley, and the address of this shop is 15 Coronation Street.
Yes, that's right. I filled up my census form.
Oh, it's nothing to do with that. I'm from the Weights and Measures Department. I've come to check your
Oh,
scales.
there's nothing wrong, is there?
No, just a routine check. Business good?
Oh, so. I have my ups and downs, you know.
Don't we all? 2 ounces in the pound.
Yes, that's what I'm making.
There's nothing wrong, is there?
I'm afraid these scales are out of adjustment, Mrs. Lindley. You're giving 2 ounces short weight in every pound.
But they can't be. They're the same as they were when I come in.
Did this lady buy anything by weight?
Yeah, she bought some bacon.
I wonder if I could have it, madam.
Me bacon?
Please.
Well, I'm in an awful hurry. I've got to get to a shop before it closes.
Well, would it be inconvenient for you to leave your bacon and call back for it?
Oh, no, but...
Could I have your name and address, please?
Mrs. Chevesky, number 9 Coronation Street. Chevesky. I'm not making any complaint, you know.
It'll be here when you call back for it, madam.
Oh, all right.
Thank you. I'm afraid this is rather a serious matter, Mrs. Lindley. Oh, good morning, madam. Can I help you?
I hope so. Oh, that pram, the white one with the duquet blue trimmings, how much is that?
That model is £31.1411 cash, madam.
£31 cash. How much spread over?
Our deferred terms. Just a moment, madam. That model is £8 deposit and the remainder in 12 monthly instalments. Oh. But perhaps you'd like to see some other models.
Oh, no. No, that's the one I like. Oh, I've set me out on that one. It's lovely. About the instalments, can we pay weekly?
Oh, of course, madam. Sure, it could be arranged if you'd prefer it that way.
We prefer it, all right. It's like feeding folk with some sort of stomach troubles. Little and often, that's the motto.
Right, now, I'll just take down your name and particulars. That's the...
Hey, look, my pram.
It's a very pretty pram. It's always attracting attention, is that?
Yeah, but I want it. You couldn't sort of reserve it, could you, till I've had a word with my husband?
Oh, no. If somebody offered cash in the meantime, madam, it would be very difficult to refuse them, you know.
But you could always get another one.
Well, I don't know. That's the last one we have in stock, and with it being such a popular model, I don't know when we'll get a fresh supply.
Oh, but I've set me out on that one. You couldn't talk to them, could you? Show them something else to get their mind off it, like. I couldn't bear it if they ran off with it under my nose.
Leave it to me, man. I'll see what I can do. Good morning, madam. Come in.
Good morning.
I see you're admiring this one. Can I show you one or two others before you make up your mind? Because there are one or two very nice models I have here. This one, for example, is slightly cheaper, I must admit, but it's much more. Would we like that one? Oh, yeah. Well, just one more. This one is, in my opinion, a fine one. Do you think so? Do you? Miss Green, just get my assistant to explain. Would you explain the details of this one? Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Not at all, madam. Anything we can do to help. Now, I take it you'll be leaving a deposit?
Oh, no. No, I daren't. Not without telling my husband. Don't worry, I'll get round him.
Oh, yes. Well, look, I'll just write down a few details of this one so that you can take it home. And...
Just don't understand it.
George, fetch the balance, will you?
Yeah, right.
I'm in a position to prove to you that your scales are giving short weight. Just over 7 ounces, Mrs. Lindley. And this was sold for £half a pound.
But how?
I'm afraid I'm in no position to say how, but I can tell you why. You see these screws?
Yes.
Now, if these screws are tampered with, they'll throw the scale off balance and affect the weight given.
Oh, well, I know Mrs. Lappin told me that.
And then perhaps she also told you that if the scale is off balance, the bubble on the spirit level will be off centre.
Yes, that's right.
Look at it.
Oh, dear.
It's your responsibility to keep a constant check on that spirit level. That's why it's there.
Yes, but I do. I always have done.
Obviously not, Mrs. Lindley.
Oh, do you think I'm cheating? Because the people that come in this shop are my friends and neighbours, and I wouldn't do one of them out of a pennyworth of anything.
I can't comment on that, Mrs. Lindley. Have you got the numbers, George?
Yes, they're all there.
What are you going to do?
I shall have to report the matter.
Well, my conscience is clear.
In the meantime, have the scales set level again.
And that's Florrie. Don't worry, my love.
I don't think I got your full name.
Florence Lena Lindley.
Florence Lena Lindley.
What do you want to know? Well, it's Miss Scales, love. This gentleman thinks maybe they're wrong. Go and play, love, while I'm busy.
Now, what are you doing?
Nothing. Were you touching them scales? No, I was only playing. Have you touched them before?
I was only playing.
I said, have you touched them before?
Well, then once when Mr. Cathcart was in, stem wheels moved, did you know?
That was about an hour ago.
Shouldn't I have?
No, you shouldn't have. You might have got me into awful trouble.
Well, I'll still have to put in a report, Mrs. Lindley. But you can be sure I'll give all the facts. Now, what's this little girl's name?
Lucille Hewitt, 7 Coronation Street. She's not 12 yet, you know.
I think it'll be all right. Ready, George?
Yep.
Now then, don't forget, have the scales reset and keep a sharp eye on that level.
I will.
Well, good day then.
Good day.
Ta-da.
Let me ever catch you playing again.
Are you going to tell me, Dad?
No, but I will if I catch you fiddling again.
There's no fiddling goes on round here without you starting.
What can I get you, Mrs. Sharples?
Well, you can add something. Perhaps you'd like to put another fat on that boiler. I'm just to be on the safe side, like.
Interesting.
Hmm?
That's about 40 pages I've read, and I'm not much the wiser.
Have some more tea.
Right, thanks, love. You know, it's all right for anyone thinking of turning Catholic, but there's no here to help Harry Hewitt.
Oh, try this one.
Right, thanks.
You know, I don't think he's any idea what a mixed marriage involves. He does know about promising to see that any children are brought up Catholics.
Oh, what about Lucille?
Oh, it doesn't apply to her. Could be awkward, though, children going to different churches.
I knew a chap once who married a Catholic girl, but he still went to Wesleyans on Sundays.
Oh, what about the children?
Can't remember. He emigrated to Canada.
Oh. There's your tea.
Thanks.
Let's see the one you were reading before.
There you are.
Oh.
I saw that pram I was telling you about today. I want you to come and have a look at it. It's £8 down, and the rest to pay in weekly instalments over a year.
I don't like to owe money.
Well, you can't plank 30-odd quid down just like that, now can you? You'll have to pay for it week by week.
That I don't like, Linda. I know we need the pram, but we can't...
Well, go to our house. Look at her. Hey, what are you up to?
It's too bad to speak to me today, madam. Watch out you don't run into debt.
Oh, don't you start. What's it all about, Adolf?
What all in
Hey,
here?
old blooming toot ensemble. Hey, look at that hairdo. That must have cost you 25 bob. It cost you a penny. Where have you been?
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. I just decided to go into town, and I prefer not to go looking as if it's washing day, that's all.
Oh, no, it's not. Now, you come clean, ma'am.
Well, I've got my divorce. It's through at last. I'm free in Shudderham. We're going to celebrate.
Hey, you'll have to watch your step having a gay divorcee in Coronation Street, just what Ernest Sharples would like. Put the kettle on, though.
Big kettle be blowed. We'll have that bottle out of the cupboard. Come on, I'll buy you another one to wet the way baby's head.
Well, you better have, because he bought that to celebrate somebody arriving, not departing.
Well, I promised you I would. What's the matter with you? Anyway, are you going to grudge me a bit of happiness on the most wonderful day of my life?
That's supposed to be your wedding day.
Ah, that's what I thought at the time and all.
Well, you kept this pretty dark, haven't you? What? Come on, tell us.
Well, I told you last week that it was coming through.
You didn't say it today.
Ah, well, there's some things you've got to do on your own, that's all.
Well, come on, tell us.
Well, I told you. I went into the court to give evidence of desertion. There was no argument about it, and it was all over before you could turn round.
Oh, I'd love to know what the judge thought about that, At. The one who didn't get muddled up and give you 6 months instead of a decree, Nizai.
Tarlo.
Well, here's to you, and...
Nobody, love.
Hey, come on, ma'am. It's bound to be a bit of a shock at first.
Must think I'm a proper daft ape. He must do after all the fuss I've made about him in the past.
Nobody's going to shove you on the shelf. Or they're better fish in the sea, you wait. Oh, come on, ma'am. Cheer up, for heaven's sake.
What are you talking about? Cheer up. I'm happy. I just enjoy a good cry, that's all.
Oh, I'll
sit
go.
down.
All right. What did the judge say, anyway?
Oh, Em, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. It was the solicitor that told me the divorce had come through. Is that Tina Sharper's, this voice?
It sounded like her.
Well, she's not coming in here.
Mrs. Sharples would like to have a word with you, Linda.
Hello, Mrs. Sharples.
Hello, Mrs. Tanner. I didn't know you were here and I wouldn't have bothered.
Oh, it's no bother, is it, Linda?
Oh, no.
Would you like to sit down?
Well, I'll take the weight off my feet. I'll tell you what it is. I've lost my little bit of paper with my surgery hours on us. Perhaps you can tell us whether that doctor of ours has a surgery on Wednesday night.
Yes, he has.
Oh, yes, I wasn't sure.
It's nothing serious, I hope, Mrs.
Oh,
Sharples.
just the usual. We all have us troubles, you know.
Yes, we do.
I heard you made a nice job of this place, haven't you?
Yes, he's worked hard.
He must have. Bag of it wasn't half in a state. I suppose they patched it up for you. There was a great hunk of plaster out of that wall. If you asked me anything, the ladyship was jolly glad to get rid of it. You did buy, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
How much did she do it for?
Oh, well, it were a fair price.
Oh, well, that's all right. I hope you get your money's worth. And celebrating?
No, not really. It's just that we like a little drink in the evenings. I think it's rather nice to have a drink in your own home of an evening, don't you?
It's all right for folk that can afford it. Thought perhaps you'd been wetting the baby's head a bit early.
Oh, no, nothing like that.
I'm not sitting in your chair, am I?
Oh, no, stay where you are. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking of going.
Oh, well, don't let me keep you.
Well, I'm not in that much of a hurry.
I hear you got a new job.
That's right, at the Iron Foundry in St. Luke's Road.
Oh, yes, I know. Bit better than the last one, was it?
Oh, yes,
He
indeed.
doesn't have so far to travel.
Oh, well, that's a blessing. Thought perhaps you'd been having a drink on that.
No, no.
Just port, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
How are you getting on with your business, Mrs. Tanner?
Oh, well, you know, it's all ups and downs. It's all right normally, but when there's a crowd in our department, there's an hot spell. You can walk all over their heads if there's an hot spell.
I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning this business of getting your freedom.
Well, you know how it is.
No, I don't.
Well, it's all up in the air at the moment.
Is it?
It takes a long time coming through.
Yes, I suppose so. Though, strangely enough, I know very little about it. It's one of those experiences you have to go through because you can call yourself an expert.
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps I go and put the kettle on.
Don't bother, love. You've got quite enough to do as it is.
Then it is Wednesday, then?
Yeah. Would you like a drink before you go, Mrs. Sharp?
No, I wouldn't mind.
Get another glass.
All right.
Well, here's to it, whatever it is.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, say good night to you.
Good
Good
night.
night, Mrs. Tanner.
Good night, Mrs. Sharp.
I'll see you at the door.
Well, by gum, madam, what a good job I came round here. You'd have told her enough to fill a Sunday paper, you would.
we?
I don't know. Fancy asking her for a drink, and that husband of yours is that flaming polite. Won't you come in, Mrs. Tanner? Won't you sit down, Mrs. Tanner? I thought you had more common.
Just in time, am I?
Well, a little bit after, really, but I never did believe in locking people out.
Very wise, very wise.
Well, what can I get you?
Well, I don't know that you can get me anything, Mrs.
Lindley?
Mrs. Lindley. No, I don't know that you can, but you can give me something. Oh, don't worry, I'm not after your takers. It's just a bit of information I wanted.
Oh?
Yes, do you see anyone you recognise on there?
Well, that's you, isn't it?
That's the nicest thing that's been said to me for years. Yes, it is. Anybody else?
No.
What about her?
Oh, now, that does look like somebody I
Yes.
know. Oh, Miss Hayes.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Esther Hayes from number 5.
Is she still living there, then?
Yes.
Well, then I've come to the right shop, haven't I? I'm a brother, you see.
Oh.
Yes.